The energy's strong, the energy's strong, the energy is strong. We're going to open it up with the stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness, family, and soul tribe. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all, operating in the truest, highest, and authentic version of your authentic, radiant self. As for me, I'm feeling good for no reason at all, operating in the highest version of my radiant self. I feel like a ball of energy today. It's a good place to be. I hope everybody awake wherever you at. We're going to start off with an affirmation. Today's affirmation is, I am my inner witness. 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 I chose to share that affirmation today because many of us on our spiritual journey want to have spiritual or 5D experiences in our day-to-day and on our day-to-day journey. And that's a good thing. However, nothing comes without work. We don't even learn without repetition. So nothing comes without the required effort needed to put in to tap into whatever we're trying to tap into. So I am my inner witness is an affirmation that at least gears us up mentally to pay attention to what we're experiencing, because the reason why most of us is unaware of our spiritual experiences because we don't know how to pay attention to them. And then when we do, we try to rationalize, analyze, and intellectualize the experience that we having. I am my inner witness. That's an affirmation that lets it be known. Let your the inner parts of oneself know that you don't need no external validation. Get connected. It's easy to become distracted when so many things is going on at this point in time, and so many things is going on. The energy is strong. I'm sure y'all feel it. Depending on where you at with it. The heavier the energy, the more we're gonna need to know how to charge, recharge, and charge some more. As I say, the energy is heavy. I know y'all feel it. We're going through changes because we're going through shifts. As we change, the planet is changing. And as the planet is changing, we are changing. The universe is changing. We're going through some changes. And that's a good thing. Regardless of how it may feel on us, it's a good thing. I can feel y'all, because I feel it too. I also want to remind us that it takes courage to change the things we can. It's easy to recite the serenity prayer. I don't know why I started with that coming out. It's easy to recite the serenity prayer, but it takes some effort to apply the jewels that's given in it. So I took a portion of it just to emphasize some of what I'm sharing today. It takes courage to change the things we can. So we are aware of the things that need to be changed within us that probably have that would probably affect the things that need to be changed external of us. But it takes courage to change it. And it's continuous work to be better than be better than you never been. I don't know why some don't want me to talk. It takes courage to change the things we can. And it takes continuous work to be better than we never been. Every video I do, every word I share is like putting a message in a bottle and throwing it out into the ocean. When I was viewing and analyzing myself in relation to what I share with you all, which are just mirrors of myself, I saw it. I saw me putting the message in the bottle and just throwing it out there into the collective, into the cosmic ocean. Knowing that eventually, on some shore or dry piece of land, somewhere, somebody gonna bump into it and have enough curiosity to open it up and see what whatever the message is may have for them. So I see these videos and the jewels that I drop in them in the same context, like putting the message in the bottle and just throwing it out there and see who catch it. Because after all, you gotta catch it to get it, because it is a cult teaching. And that keep me motivated, just knowing that at some point in time, somebody gonna press the button and get something for them. I don't know who you used to be. Hell, I don't even know who I used to be. But I don't know who you used to be. But if you better than you used to be today, just know that somewhere you're making somebody want to be a better person. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking for a few good men and women, just a few. If you're better than you used to be today, than the person you was yesterday, and yesterday could be months, years, or whatever. I don't know who you used to be, but if you're better than who you used to be today, because today is what matters, just know that you're making somebody somewhere want to be better. And that's another message that I'm sharing in reflection of self-analyzation. And looking back over my life, my history. And not just my personal history, my history pertaining to the people that I've interacted with over the years. It's a gift that I learned to recognize or see within myself over a period of time. In my worst moments, and in my deepest hell, I was always able to still be the one encouraging, inspiring, and motivating the people around me and the people in my life to be better than they never been. I ain't always realized how being able to do that was just what I needed to keep me personally driven. See, it worked both ways, family. It worked both ways. Even if you're going down a one-way street, you could always turn back the other way. If you're driving down a one-way street, you could always park to cut the car off, get out and go the other way. It may just show you something. But in my worst moments and in my deepest hell, I was always the one able to motivate, inspire, and encourage those around me to be better. I kept people on their toes to help me get through my moments. I'm gonna say it again. I kept people on their toes to help me get better. Now, depending on what side of the brain you on, you might say, "Damn, that was selfish." Nah, it really was selfless. I kept people on their toes to help me get better. But I also was the one in my worst moments, in my deepest hell, was the one able to continue to encourage those around me. Whether I received that back or not, I was the one able to share that fire from me. And in response to that, by keeping people on their toes, it was my motivation through my challenges. It was my encouragement through my challenges. It worked two ways. Somebody will catch it. My point is, whatever we've been through and whatever it is to come, it takes courage to change what we can. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. If we're going to be breaking barriers, if we're going to be jumping hurdles, if we're going to climb over obstacles, don't give yourself any excuse to be who you always been used to being. We being asked to free ourselves from any negative thinking. It's a program. Any doubt, it's a program. Any fear-based concerns, it's a program. It's old programs running in the subconscious that prevent us from being consciously conscious from moment to moment throughout the most part of our day once we up. Outside the initial time that we get up in the AM, the rest of the day, we mostly running off subconscious, just replaying programs. The more we become consciously conscious from moment to moment, in that moment, you're in your greatest moment of power because you're able to reprogram from the now. Somebody will catch it. We being asked, family, to free ourselves from any negative thoughts, patterns, and programs that keep us bound in lower frequency and functions. Because a lot of us doing stuff, we supposed to be living more righteous, living more higher frequency, but we're still doing lower frequency, we're still committing lower frequency acts, we're still doing lower frequency things. And it's keeping us bound energetically. We can't be entertaining nothing that's gonna keep us bound in lower frequency places because we already know what it feels like to be down there. Some of us gotta get back to the basics with how we live and with how we do things. It's easy to be simple. They told us for years to keep it simple. And we're still trying to figure out what that means. Some of us just need to get back to the basics and how we live. And in that, if you ain't tying yourself down, it ain't no tying you down. If you ain't binding yourself up, nobody can bind you up. If you ain't keeping yourself stuck, nobody can keep you stuck. If you ain't, if you're your own biggest helper, then nothing can hurt you. But if you're your own biggest hurt, then you're an open door for a lot of things to come in and hurt you. But the spell's weak. Whoever be doing them, they weak, and that's why they're not working. That's why we're able to still keep doing the work. We don't know who we talking to. We just gonna talk to it as we move through. But it's important to know, family, because everybody that say they helping us, not really helping us. And everybody that we may think be hurting us, not really hurting us neither. We just got to use discernment. Be careful who and what. We really got to be careful who and what we listen to, who we claim to be following, or whatever the case may be. In the spiritual community or any so-called community. Because a lot of people being exposed at this time not for what they always been, you know. A lot of people find out they've been fooled. You know, they've been supporting these people financially, energetically, emotionally, and furthermore, and these people ain't been, you know, who they led some of us to think they were. We ain't got to say no names. If we paying attention, we know, because I ain't here to do that. But I just want to say, be careful who and what we call ourselves following, and know how to walk away from situations and conditions that really don't serve you no good other than sounding good. Really no good for you other than sounding good. Really not healthy for you other than putting you on the emotional roller coaster. Then as soon as you tap out of that, ain't nothing to keep you on that emotional roller coaster that had you feeling good for the moment that it had you feeling good. See, because it take work and dedication to feel good for no reason at all, family. And I love to be in the energetic frequency and space to be able to do that. But it took work. You hear me? But we need to know how to walk away from situations and conditions that no longer serve us or never did serve our highest good. And to do that, we got to be able to recognize them. All movements, from Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to Black Lives Matter to, y'all get the point. All movements, families, start with a good intention. I repeat again. All movements start with a good intention. But human beings do human things. But all movements start with good intentions. But we don't really want to find ourselves connected to nothing and nobody that end up going left. And we part of that community. We are part of that movement. We are part of that collective, that group of collective consciousness. Because a lot of people getting exposed, man, for a lot of type of acts. It's Judgment Day, and we should be getting exposed. All movements start out the same way with good intentions, so we need to be mindful. We don't want to be part of nothing that go left, and then we left to defend the leader actions that we ain't had nothing to do with, the actions that they made in the first place. And that's from the church to the spiritually conscious community. You know, everybody in between. Ain't nobody excluded. We got to see the patterns to read the patterns. And once we're able to read the patterns, we're able to be aware for the leeches, we're able to be aware for the vampires, and we're able to be aware for the parasites. Because they out here. And they ain't waiting for holiday season to bring you a trick or a treat. Feel good for no reason at all. Remain in stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for coming in and sitting and listening, learning, you know, building, you know, feeding me energy as I feed y'all, and going through this healing process with me, man. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscriptions, thank you for your donations, thank you for your purchases. I got some more pieces up, and just keep rocking, man. Family, we gonna keep doing it, man. One breath at a time. I am Sawu the God. I love y'all. Peace.